Well, now that my divorce is finalized, yes, I'm finally able to exhale.
I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side or the father's side, reached out to me.
Simon Guobadia, the former husband of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams, has spoken out for the first time following their divorce and his deportation from the United States.
She never shared her concerns or issues with me before filing for divorce. I should understand a little bit about the dynamics of a relationship. You discuss issues and say, hey, if this does not change or something does not happen, this is what might come of it.
Mm-hmm.
We never had those discussions.
During an exclusive chat with Page 6, he recalled asking Porsha many times why she filed for divorce, but received no response.
Because I kept asking, why did you file for divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I later figured out this felt like a coup.
The Nigerian businessman openly expressed his feelings about the marriage, stating that he absolutely regrets it and believes he was targeted for financial reasons.
I was targeted from day one for financial reasons. When I filed for divorce from my previous, ex-wife, she was in my DM praying for me. And I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time, and I entertained it, and so it just kind of snowballed from there. Getting engaged in 30 days. Who does that? I was out of my goddamn mind.
Days after his deportation, Porsha Williams granted an interview and said she's glad the fight is finally over and she is ready to move on.
It comes with mixed feelings. It's probably more of like, it's not like a smooth, like, it's like, because it's not smooth yet. It's kind of surreal. I mean, divorces are so long and drawn out and so ugly. But I'm just glad not to be in the fight anymore. I'm glad not to battle anymore. I really hope that I can just send love out and be done with fighting and protecting myself and being in defense mode. I'm just ready to move on and live. I really am. I'm ready for what's next.
However, Simon Gubadia is still very much heartbroken and ready to fight following a grueling 4 months in ICE custody and a deportation to Nigeria. As if that weren't enough, a judge upheld their prenup, awarding Porsha Williams $40,000 per month in alimony and up to 36 months of mortgage-free residence in Simon's house. The father of 5 has vowed to appeal with 1000% certainty, even taking it all the way to the Supreme Court.
I've had prenups in previous relationship, and I've honored those prenups without reservation. This time around, I've chosen to challenge in court all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to. Enforcement of the prenup is going to continue to receive legal challenges on the appeal front.
You're vowing to appeal this decision for sure.
1000% is going to be appealed.
Which country did Simon Guobadia move to after his deportation? What is Porsha Williams' next move now that Simon is speaking out?
But, watch your mouth.
Hello guys, it's Noelin here for African Glitz. Porsha Williams is living her best life right now and is very unapologetic about it. The stunning 43-year-old mother of one has emerged victorious in her divorce proceedings against her 61-year-old Nigerian billionaire husband.
And I forgive myself, and I truly forgive him, and I'm done with the animosity.
So just days after Nigerian businessman Simon Guobadia was deported back to Nigeria after spending 4 months in immigration and custom enforcement custody, his American ex-wife Porsha Williams was awarded a massive portion of his wealth. After risking it all, struggling to become an American citizen for 43 years, Simon's heart is reportedly shattered as the Nigerian billionaire's dream appears to be slipping away. And the fact that he has lost a massive portion of his wealth to his fourth wife is definitely killing him. Before we dive deep into the story, let's remember that the Nigerian billionaire was taken into detention by ICE as part of the US government's mass deportation effort in February of 2025.
My name is Simon Guobadia. I'm the chairman and CEO of Simco Group of companies in the United States and now expanding to UAE. I'm a father of 5.
Simon Gubadia first moved to the United States in 1982, but reportedly overstayed his visa. He was asked to leave the country. He left but came back and overstayed his visa for the second time. He was eventually deported again in 1992. He came back and was granted a permanent residency status the same year. However, he used an undisclosed identity, which was later found out. He will attempt to gain citizenship over the years through various means, but was shut down each time. Until he married Real Housewives of Atlanta reality show star and single mother of one, Porsha Williams, in 2022. Precisely on November 25, 2022, the celebrated couple had a lavish traditional Nigerian wedding in Atlanta, followed by a glamorous American white wedding the next day. Before then, Simon was previously married to Flynn, Porsha's co-star on the reality show.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
This is my husband, Simon, everyone.
How are you?
Well.
You're good. Boom, boom. Yes.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you
definitely.
for coming.
And I see you laid it out for us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, that makes me want to get married all over again.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yes,
it's
we
gorgeous.
may just have to renew our vows, ring upgrade.
You know,
Love
the
it.
usual.
Love it. Oh, yes.
Sadly, after 15 months of having a great time, the Atlanta-based reality star filed for divorce in February of 2024 after news of Simon's immigration issues went viral. Porsha later spoke about feeling betrayed and claimed that Simon love-bombed her into marriage. But many people question how much the reality star knew about his immigration status and his extensive legal history before and during the marriage. Porsha stated that she knew nothing about his scams and questioned who she even married.
You know, just because you're going through a divorce doesn't mean you hate someone. I hate actions, I hate lies, I hate a lot of characteristics, but I love the person, you know, and I would never wish harm on anybody. And at the end of the day, I know that he's the type of person, he's a slithering snake. He's going to find his way out of it. I'm sure he'll be fine. I think he's having a whole issue that started before I was even born. That's unfortunately, it's just come to the shit didn't hit the fan. It just is what it is at this point.
In her petition, she requested for financial support from the Atlanta-based millionaire and that the prenuptial agreement determines the division of the property. However, Simon Gubadia disagreed and opposed the request to enforce the agreement, claiming that Porsha Williams made misrepresentations during the negotiation. In detail, Simon stated that Porsha failed to disclose her intention to return to her job and role as a cast member on the Real Housewives of Atlanta show. Instead of disclosing these marital facts, the reality star lied to him and the public that she was leaving the television show for good. So he relied on the misrepresentation the reality star made to him during their engagement, the negotiation phase, and the time the parties signed their prenuptial agreement. The father of 5 claimed that if it were not for Porsha's misrepresentations about leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta show, he would not have agreed to a prenup. This prenup requires him to pay a substantial financial obligations to her, totaling hundreds and thousands of dollars, and include terms that mandate he split the equity of his $7 million premarital home which they lived in together. Additionally, he is required to cover significant debts and expenses for his wife's benefit, despite there being no children involved in the marriage. However, Porsha disagreed with his assessment, stating that the negotiation lasted several months. As you can imagine, their exes went back and forth for several months over Porsha's request for exclusive use of their marital home, especially to film her reality show, which she rejoined. Eventually, the judge sided with Williams and ordered that she could live in the home until a final decision is reached in the divorce. The hearing got postponed several times, partly due to Simon being taken into custody by ICE, and the former lovers continued to fight. The release of Simon Gubadia went viral on June 10, 2025. His friend and business partner, Ty Savette, told US Weekly that the Nigerian-born businessman was immediately sent on a flight back home a couple of days prior, and he was in good spirits after his release. Ty also told US Weekly that the businessman plans to discuss the issue with President Donald Trump. The hearing finally took place on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta star appeared virtually in court alongside her ex-husband, who was deported back to Nigeria after spending almost 4 months in ICE custody. The judge once again ruled in favor of Porsha Williams, ordering the enforcement of the original prenuptial agreement, awarding Porsha $40,000 per month in alimony for the next 14 to 15 months. Simon is also required to cover her legal fees and hand over the Rolls Royce he gifted her in January of 2022 before their big wedding to match his.
That you receive $40,000 a month in alimony for the length of the marriage, which was 14 months.
Regarding the couple's $7 million home, which was initially Simon's premarital property, Porsha Williams now owns half of it. However, she has until 2027 to decide whether she wants to remain in the house or sell it.
She gets to stay in the house, all expenses paid, including the mortgage, for 36 months, up to 36 months. And if she chooses to own the home, she would have to, refinance the property in her name and take a 50% equity. She would have to give me 50% equity in the home.
In the meantime, Simon will continue covering the home's expenses, including the mortgage payments. Ouch! According to reports, the June 12, 2025 court hearing lasted nearly 10 hours with no direct interaction between the former couple. By the end of the hearing, Simon reportedly left upset and is now considering an appeal and has 30 days to challenge the ruling.
I've had prenups in previous relationship, and I've honored those prenups without reservation. This time around, I've chosen to challenge in court all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to. Enforcement of the prenup is going to continue to receive legal challenges on the appeal front.
Explaining what triggered her to file for divorce, Porsha told People's Magazine that she hired an immigration attorney in January of 2024 after discovering complex issues regarding Simon's legal status. She felt that their relationship was headed down a dark road, and the mother of one mentioned that she had a confrontation on Valentine's Day, and just over a week later, she filed for divorce. 2 weeks after deportation, Simon Gubadia, who has since relocated to Dubai, is now speaking out. Initially, many people were expecting to see the businessman settling in Nigeria. To our amazement, he wasted no time relocating. The businessman immediately began planning for his move to the UAE as a backup plan after discovering the complicities of his immigration status despite being married to a popular reality star. His other option was South Africa in case his plans in the UAE did not pan out.
This has probably got to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. Look at this.
Unfortunately, he never believed in a million years that he would be losing a significant portion of his American assets to his now fourth ex-wife, Porsha Williams.
Getting engaged in 30 days, I mean, who does that? I was out of my goddamn mind to have done that. And of course, I'm paying dearly for it.
As you can imagine, Nigerians are reacting and airing their opinions. One lady reacted and said, "Nigerian women, let's leave this fight for the men that say foreign women are better. I never in my life seen a Nigerian woman collect 40,000 K monthly from a man before. Then go learn." Another added, "Marry Nigerian woman, you refuse. Now person don't they enjoy your investments." Another added, "That Porsha girl never loved him. I bet his ex-wife will be laughing wherever she is right now. This is what you get for getting married to your ex-wife's friend. I really feel sorry for him." Another added, "He was trying to force that girl to quit Real Housewives of Atlanta because he wanted her to rely on him and him only. He didn't want her to have any options. #control. Another claimed, "She did it. She had him deported." One fan reacted in disbelief. He was playing checkers while she was playing chess. Indeed, Porsha Williams is playing chess. The reality star, who is excited that her divorce has been finalized, feels empowered to move on.
Because when you have a marriage like mine that felt so perfect, you often, after the breakup, fantasize about how perfect it could have been and what you could have done different. And I'm okay now with how everything has happened. And I'm good.
She is clearly unafraid of Simon Gubadia's traits and bitterness towards her. Instead, the stunning reality star who is living her best life told People's Magazine that she is ready to rise again after walking through fire. What are your thoughts on the marriage between the Nigerian billionaire and the American reality star? It lasted for 1 year and 3 months without any children. What do you think about what Porsha gained from the marriage? Do you agree with Simon that Porsha targeted him from the start? What about the allegations that she was the one who reported him to ICE? Simon Gubadia has vowed to appeal the case 1000%. Do you believe he has a chance of winning? Despite moving to Dubai, do you think he will attempt to return to the United States to save his finances and properties? Or do you believe he will give up this time, especially having children who are US citizens?
Yes. Freedom. Let freedom reign.
As always, share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.